You may have heard people talking about traveling for free or for nearly free, and you're like, what are these people doing? I see them posting on social media. They're all the time going all over the world. They don't have that much money. How exactly are they making this happen? I'm going to fill you in on some of the secrets. And today we're going to talk about what is a transferable point currency, because this is kind of the basis for traveling with points and miles. My name is Mary Ellen, and I am one of the co-hosts of the Wonderland On Points podcast. If you have found this channel, then hopefully you found our podcast. Hit subscribe so you never miss an episode. We teach you all that you need to know about points and miles. We give you trip ideas. We like to help real families travel more for less out of pocket. Okay, transferable points. A lot of credit cards earn you rewards that people either cash in for gift cards or they cash in for a statement credit. And that's okay, but you can get so much more value if you use the points and miles that you earn and you transfer them to hotels and airlines that partner with your bank. There are travel credit cards specifically that are designed to do this. All credit cards don't give you access to this for travel. It really needs to be a travel credit card where it is designed that you can use the points and miles that you earn, and then you can send them to any number of hotels or airlines. For example, I have a Chase Sapphire Preferred credit card. When I earn points through that credit card, Chase Ultimate Rewards points, I can send those points over to my Hyatt, World of Hyatt Hotels account. I can also send them to my Southwest Rapid Rewards account. So those Chase Ultimate Rewards points, instead of cashing them in for a statement credit, I can take them and I can turn them into hotel points. I can turn them into airline points. And that's what we mean by transferable points. You may also hear the term a flexible points currency. American Express has these travel credit cards. It would be the Amex Green, Amex Gold, Amex Platinum card. Capital One has the Capital One Venture and Venture X card. Citi has some great cards. I love my Citi Strata Elite credit card. There are many credit cards offered through the various banks that have transfer partners. And the transfer partners are different for every bank. So depending on where you want to go, might help you inform your decision on what credit card is right for you. However, as long as you pick one of these travel credit cards that has a flexible point currency that can be transferred out, then, you can't really go wrong with any of them because you're building a base of points that can be sent to other hotels and airlines. Now, this is different than if someone says, oh, I have a Southwest Airlines Rapid Rewards credit card. That's great, and that can be useful, and a lot of people who travel on points and miles may have that credit card or one of their credit cards, but those can only be used for Southwest. Those points that you earn can only be used through the Southwest platform. It can maybe be used for hotels through their hotel platform, but those points are really locked into Southwest. The same thing, say you have a Hilton credit card. Okay, great. You can only use those to stay at Hilton hotels. However, if you have an Amex Gold credit card, you can transfer those points and use them for Hilton hotels. But if you don't want to stay at a Hilton hotel, you can also use those points for other hotels and airlines. Let me know in the comments if this is making sense. The transfer ratio depends on the situation between the bank and the airline or hotel. Often it is a 1-to-1 ratio, and a lot of times you have to transfer points in increments of 1,000. There are definitely exceptions to this rule, but this is kind of a baseline common situation. So 1,000 Chase Ultimate Rewards, if I transfer them to my World of Hyatt account, will become 1,000 Hyatt points. Now, there's this really, really magical thing in the points and miles world called a transfer bonus. This is when those flexible points that you've been earning can be redeemed for a bonus amount if you transfer them to a specific airline or hotel. So for example, last summer, I took my family to London. When we booked those flights, we booked them through Virgin Atlantic. When I used the points that I earned through my bank with my travel credit card, there was a 40% transfer bonus. So for every 1,000 points that I sent over to Virgin Atlantic, I actually got 1,400 points. So my flights got 40% cheaper because of that transfer bonus. So how do you prepare for a transfer bonus? Well, we never know exactly when they're coming, but they do pop up frequently. Each month, each of the banks may offer a transfer bonus to one of their hotels or airlines that they partner with. Some places offer them more often than others, and some hotels and some airlines, you see their transfer bonuses more frequently. It can be initiated by the bank or it can be initiated by the hotel or airline. But this is a really great way. You're building a bunch of flexible points that you have in various banks. So for me, I have credit cards with each of the major banks. So I'm ready and in position at all times. When a transfer bonus pops up, I can capitalize on it to send points over and get a discount on the flights or the hotels that I'm booking. A lot of times the next question is, where do I start? If I want to start with all of this, well, I'm going to link over to our website in the description below to a list of travel credit cards that we personally have. My co-host Joanna and I, we have links for the cards that we are using right now. And so we would very much love if you decide to get one of those cards to use our referral. But think about if you're starting out, you really want points that can be transferred to more than one place. You want to be looking towards this Chase Sapphire Preferred or Reserve cards, maybe the Amex Green or Amex Gold card. If you want to go the Capital One route, which is a great place to start, then the Venture card, Capital One Venture, could be right for you, or maybe the Venture X. I love my Venture X. There's a lot of nuances in the world of points and miles and things to learn along the way, but the biggest thing is do not wait to get started, because you want to start earning those points and miles so that you can be on a vacation sooner than you think. I do want to leave you with one note of caution though. Points and miles travel is not for everybody, at least not in every stage of life. If you are someone who has a lot of credit card debt, then this is probably not the right time for this. One of the biggest rules in the points and miles game is that you need to be able to pay off the balance in full every single month. Accumulating debt is not going to help you save money on travel. If credit cards are something that are tricky for you and it's hard to stay responsible with your credit card use, then please do not get into this hobby. This is for people who can use credit cards like debit cards, paying off your balance in full every single month. And if that is you, then I hope you'll subscribe to this page so you can learn more about how you can travel with your family for less out of pocket.